Good morning, students. Today I will start with a new poem, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, from your First Flight book. The poet of the poem is Ogden Nash. This poem is a ballad, B-A-L-L-A-D, ballad. What is a ballad? Ballad is a song or a poem that is a short story written in stanzas. ये एक कहानी है जो पोएम के फॉर्म में या एक सॉन्ग के फॉर्म में प्रेजेंट किया जाता है या लिखा जाता है. ओके, सो दिस पोएम इज़ अ बैलेड एंड इट इज़ अ पोएम दैट हैज़ ह्यूमर. ये थोड़ा सा ह्यूमरस पोएम है, ये हमें हंसाएगा. इसमें कोई मॉरल लेसन नहीं है, कोई विजडम की बात नहीं की हुई है. It is only to make you laugh. Okay, so this poem is about a girl whose name is Belinda and she has many pet animals at her home. She lives in a little white house and she has many pet animals. She has a black kitten whose name is Ink. She has a grey mouse whose name is Blink. She has a yellow dog whose name is Mustard. And she also has a dragon. ड्रैगन के बारे में आपने सुना होगा या देखा होगा टीवी पे. ड्रैगन एक मिथिकल क्रीचर है. इट डज़ नॉट एग्जिस्ट इन रियलिटी एज सच, बट बाहर रहने वाले लोग ये बोलते हैं कि ड्रैगन कभी एग्जिस्ट करता था. ये एक ह्यूज क्रीचर है एंड इट एमिट्स फायर फ्रॉम इट्स माउथ. जब ये मुंह खोलता है उससे फायर निकलता है. ओके, सो इन माइथोलॉजी हमने सुना है दैट देयर वाज अ क्रीचर that was called dragon, although it does not exist in our present generation. So dragons जो होते हैं वो बहुत brave होते हैं. हमने हमेशा ऐसा ही देखा है. Whenever we have seen in TV या हमने इनके बारे में पढ़ा है. On the contradictory, in this poem, the poet has portrayed this dragon to be very coward. Okay, all of the animals were very brave except the dragon. So all the animals, that is kitten and the dog and the mouse, they have been described to be very brave. Okay, but the dragon here is very coward. Coward matlab कायर. And he always keeps demanding a safe place for himself. सारे जितने भी कैरेक्टर्स हैं including Belinda, सब उसका मजाक उड़ाते थे because they assumed that he was very coward and he also never did anything to confront them. उसने कभी ये दिखाने की कोशिश नहीं की, you know, I am very brave. He was okay, that fine, if you people are troubling me, I am okay with it. I need not answer you. When the time will come, it will itself be very clear that who is brave and who is coward. Now one night what happens, a pirate हम बोलते हैं एक ऐसे आदमी को जो ships पे अटैक करता है, to rob seas. जो sea में ships चलते हैं, a person who attacks and robs, that person is called as pirate. A pirate enters Belinda house and सब डर जाते हैं. They all are frightened और वो सब इधर उधर छुपने लगते हैं. But to everyone's surprise, सिर्फ ड्रैगन होता है जो डरता नहीं है and he kills the pirate. So everyone was saved because Custard the dragon showed the courage. So they all thanked him and at the end they realized that they used to make fun of the dragon because they felt that he was very coward. And after that, they all suddenly started saying that they are more brave and could have handled the situation in a much better way. I mean, when the pirate entered, they all were hiding here and there. They all thanked the dragon for saving him, but their attitude did not change. After this incident also, they again started braving that no, we are braver than you and we could have handled the situation in a better way. So finally the poet is trying to say that sometimes a person who is quiet, a person who is docile, a person who does not answer is actually the real hero in the most difficult situations of the life. तो जो लाउड होता है, बहुत झगड़ा करता है, बहुत फाइट करता है, बहुत चैलेंजेस एक्सेप्ट करता है, वही रियल हीरो नहीं होता है. साइलेंस इज़ द बेस्ट आंसर. So dragon was almost, if you see in the poem, the dragon kept silent. But when the time came, he was the one who showed that who is the real brave person in the house. So now I will start with the actual poem. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon and a realio trulio little pet dragon. Okay, so here wagon is not an animal, okay, because it has been used after kitten, mouse and dog. Wagon is a vehicle that is used for transporting goods or another purposes. Okay, the rhyming scheme here, if you see, house, mouse, okay, wagon, dragon. So what will be the rhyming scheme? A, B, B. I have already taught you how to decode the rhyming scheme. Now if you see over there, there is repetition of the word little. Little white house, little black kitten. So what is this? This is called as repetition. Now if you see, there is pet dragon written over here. This is called as oxymoron. Oxymoron का मतलब होता है two different ideas put together, two contradictory ideas put together. Dragon is a wild animal. It is found in woods, forests में, बहुत dense forest में, पहाड़ों पे मिलता है. Pet animal नहीं है dragon. तो ये two different ideas है. Pet dog होता है, pet parrot होता है, pet tiger नहीं होता है, pet lion नहीं होता है. ओके, तो इन दैट केस ऐसे दो डिफरेंट वर्ड्स को जब हम एक साथ लिखते हैं तो उसे हम बोलते हैं ऑक्सीमोरोन. नाउ अगेन इफ यू सी, I taught you about one more literary device, that is anaphora. Okay, so see here, and a. So this repetition is called as anaphora. I hope you all remember this. So this is a lengthy poem and there are number of literary devices in this. So you must take down all this literary devices, note down all this, so that when we are back, you don't have to ask me. Of course, I am going to revise all these things once you are back to the campus, but you note it down somewhere so that when you are going through the actual poem, you need not search for these literary devices. And again, if you see these words, realio, trulio, so you would feel कि ऐसा word तो exist नहीं करता है. तो कभी कभी पोएम को एक रिदमिक सेंस देने के लिए, ओके, एक म्यूज़िकल सेंस देने के लिए पोएट्स जो है वो थोड़ा सा फ्रीडम लेते हैं, सो दैट द पोएम साउंड्स गुड, थोड़ा म्यूज़िकल साउंड करे. तो उसकी जो स्पेलिंग्स होती हैं, जैसे रियलियो ट्रूलियो का यहाँ कोई अलग मतलब नहीं है. रियलियो मीन्स रियल एंड ट्रूलियो मीन्स ट्रू. ओके, सो वाई इज ही एम्फसाइजिंग टू मेक इट अ बिट म्यूजिकल. तो इसको हम बोलते हैं दिस freedom that the poet they take with a change in spellings, that is called as poetic freedom. Fine. So I hope I am clear with the devices used in the first stanza. So what is the poet saying over here? That there was once a little girl whose name was Belinda. कहाँ रहती थी वो? She lived in a little white house and with her और कौन से लोग थे, कौन से creatures थे? It was a little black kitten, a mouse which was grey in color, and a yellow dog. And apart from these pet animals, there was also a pet dragon. So I have already talked about the dragon. That dragon is a mythical creature. So I hope I am clear with the first stanza. Now, the name of the little black kitten was Ink. And the little grey mouse, she called him Blink. And the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. Mustard हम लोग किसको बोलते हैं? सरसों को बोलते हैं. तो सरसों के जो कलर है वो क्या होता है? येलो. तो बिकॉज डॉग वॉज येलो इन कलर, तो उसका नाम था मस्टर्ड. ओके, सो नाउ इफ यू सी हियर द राइमिंग स्कीम इज द सेम. A, B, B. So I already told you that I have taught you how to decode the rhyming scheme. Dog here has been compared to mustard and the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard. तो जब डायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन होता है तो हम उसे क्या बोलते हैं? हम उसे बोलते हैं सिमिली. I have already taught you about two different ways in which we compare. One is metaphor and the other is simile. तो इनडायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन को हम मेटाफर बोलते हैं और ऐसे डायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन को हम सिमिली बोलते हैं. ओके, नाउ अगेन यू सी हियर कावर्ड कस्टर्ड. द साउंड दैट इज कमिंग आउट इज क. तो ऐसे रेपिटेशन ऑफ साउंड को क्या बोलते हैं? ऑलिटरेशन. वी कॉल दिस लिटरेरी डिवाइस एज ऑलिटरेशन. फाइन. And then if you see and the little, I hope now you are clear with this device. The repeated use of word at the start of two consecutive lines, that is called as anaphora. So I told you already that this is a lengthy poem, and in that case you need to note down all these literary devices. Now here what is the poet explaining? The poet now in this stanza is talking about the name of all animals that Belinda has in her home. So all these animals are her pet animals. Now what is the name of the black kitten? The name is Ink. The name of the grey mouse is Blink. The name of the little yellow dog is Mustard. And the dragon who has portrayed to be Coward, she calls him Custard. Okay, so in the first two stanza there is only an introduction about Belinda and the creatures who live. It's not creatures. Okay, usually you all pronounce it wrong. Creatures नहीं बोलते हैं, इसे creatures बोलते हैं. So now we'll start with third stanza. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top of him and scales underneath, mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and Realio Trulio daggers on his toes. So ये जो spikes हैं, ये जो pointed, आपने देखा होगा कि जो pointed ये चीज़ जो है, this thing that is the spikes. आप लोगों का एक हेयर स्टाइल भी है जिसको आप लोग स्पाइकी हेयर स्टाइल बोलते हैं. आप लोग अपने जो बाल हैं उसको जेल लगा के सीधा खड़ा कर लेते हैं. So what is that? That is spike. तो उसी तरह ये ड्रैगन के भी स्पाइक्स थे. आई होप यू ऑल रिमेंबर हाउ मच वी स्कोल्ड यू फॉर योर स्पाइकी हेयर स्टाइल. ओके, सो आई थिंक आफ्टर दिस ऑल एंड्स एंड वी आर बैक टू कैंपस, आप लोग अपने ये स्पाइकी हेयर स्टाइल को भूल चुके होंगे एंड यू ऑल विल बी बैक विद अ वेरी डिसेंट हेयर स्टाइल. एनीवेज, सो जस्ट लाइक यू पीपल, द ड्रैगन इट हैड स्पाइक्स. तो स्पाइक्स हम किसको बोलते हैं? जो थिन पॉइंटेड सरफेस होता है उसे हम स्पाइक्स बोलते हैं. एंड देन इफ़ यू सी स्केल्स, स्केल्स वो थिन प्लेट्स होते हैं जो किसी भी रेप्टाइल के या फिश के स्किन को प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं. स्नेक के स्केल्स आपने देखे होंगे या पढ़ा होगा अबाउट दैट कि वो जो प्रोटेक्टिव लेयर होता है उसको वो शेड भी कर देता है. दैट प्रोटेक्टिव लेयर ऑन द रेप्टाइल्स दैट इज कॉल्ड एज स्नेक्स. अंडरनीथ का मतलब होता है एनीथिंग दैट इज सिचुएटेड डायरेक्टली बिलो. नीचे, जो नीचे सिचुएटेड होता है उसे हम बोलते हैं अंडरनीथ. एंड फायर प्लेस, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दैट ड्रैगन एक ऐसा क्रीचर है दैट व्हेन इट ओपन्स इट्स माउथ इट एमिट्स फायर. और डैगर हम बोलते हैं एक शार्प नाइफ को. ओके, सो डैगर इज अ शार्प नाइफ. सो इफ़ यू सी हियर डैगर ऑन हिज टोज, his toes are very sharp and you can clearly see in this picture the dragon is emitting fire. Therefore it has been called as mouth like a fireplace. Now in this stanza the poet is talking about the dragon, that the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes on top. This means कि उसका जो skin है that was pointed on the top and the lower bottom, जो उसका lower part है underneath, scales थे to protect the skin. And his mouth has been compared to a fireplace. Why? Because ऐसा कहा जाता है, ऐसा माना जाता है कि dragons they emit fire from their mouth. In fact his nose has also been compared to a chimney. Why? Because he is using his nose to pass out smoke. तो चिमनी हम लोग घरों पे लगाते हैं, आपने देखा होगा बड़े बड़े इंडस्ट्रीज़ में, फैक्ट्रीज़ में चिमनी लगी रहती है ताकि जितना भी स्मोक है उस चिमनी से बाहर निकल जाए. एंड हिज फीट आर लाइक अ शार्प नाइफ. आई हैव ऑलरेडी शोन यू दैट हिज फीट आर लाइक अ शार्प नाइफ, दैट इज अ डैगर. सो व्हाट ही इज ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन? ही इज ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द dragon in this stanza. So again, I'll talk about the literary devices. The rhyming scheme of the poem is, the stanza is A, A, B, B. Okay. Dragon's mouth has been compared to a fireplace. And this is a direct comparison. Mouth like a fireplace. What this device is called? This device is called as simile. And again, if you see Rielio Triolio, what is this? This is a poetic freedom. And here if you see chimney for a nose, अब ये indirect comparison है, ना as use किया है ना like use किया है. Okay, now this comparison is called as metaphor. Now this is the difference between metaphor and simile. So I hope you are clear with stanza 3 as well. Now stanza 4. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears, and ink and blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. So barrel here means drum. जो बड़े बड़े ड्रम होते हैं उसे हम बोलते हैं बैरल. किसी को चेज करना मतलब पीछा करना. ओके. और रेज का मतलब होता है एंगर. ओके. समटाइम्स टीचर्स से आई एम एनरेज्ड द वे यू पीपल आर बिहेविंग. तो रेज का मतलब क्या होता है? रेज मतलब होता है एंगर. नाउ in this stanza, the poet wants to explain about the strength of the different characters in the poem. So he is saying that Belinda was as brave as a group of bears. Okay. And Ink and Blink were so brave that they could hunt lions. Ink and Blink, that is the kitten and the mouse. So here what he is trying to show, he is trying to show the bravery of the kitten and the little mouse, that is Ink and Blink, that they were so brave that वो लोग एक lion को भी hunt कर सकते थे. And the dog, that is Mustard, was very brave, just like an angry tiger. But to contrast, on a very contradictory note, जिसको brave होना चाहिए था, हम जिसे assume करते हैं कि ये तो बहुत ही brave creature है, Custard बिल्कुल भी brave नहीं था. Custard the dragon was not brave at all. In fact, he was so afraid of everything and everyone around that he always kept looking for a safe cage or a safe place for himself. So it is on a very contradictory note कि हम जिसे assume कर रहे हैं कि ये बहुत strong होगा वो coward है, और बाकी जो छोटे animals हैं, तो जो dog है, जो kitten है, जो mouse है, they are so brave that they can hunt lions or tiger. The Mustard has been said to be as brave as a tiger in a rage. Fine. So now we will talk about the literary devices. So rhyming scheme is same. If you see, Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of beers. Brave, barrel, beers. So here the sound B, B has been repeated. So what is it? Repetition of sound is termed as alliteration. Belinda's bravery is compared to a barrel full of beers. तो ये एकदम डायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन है. ओके. as तो जब ये डायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन होता है तो हम इसे क्या बोलते हैं? Then this direct comparison is termed as simile. So I hope by now you are clear that what is a direct comparison and what is indirect comparison. तो डायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन को हम बोलते हैं simile और इनडायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन को हम बोलते हैं मेटाफर. अगेन इफ यू सी, मस्टर्ड वाज एज ब्रेव एज अ टाइगर, डायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन, नाउ दैट इज कॉल्ड एज मेटाफर. सो आई होप यू आर क्लियर अप टिल हियर. सो वी आर डन विद द 4 stanzas. And students, this is a very lengthy poem. It is not possible that I'll cover all the stanzas in one video itself. It will take a few videos to cover up the entire poem. And anyways, I don't want to burden you or trouble you. So you people just go through these 4 stanzas and try to understand the poem. And once you are done with it, what you can do to make it more easy for you, you can write down the summary of the poem in your own words. That will help you more. So in the next video, I'll continue with the coming stanzas. Thank you. We'll meet again.